Hello, we're here at the Newtown Battlefield in New York State, and Idalia is here with us. She's holding up the Iroquois flag with the tree in the middle, and Mandy over here is holding, and Shalar is holding up the Appeal to Heaven flag. And George Washington took his inspiration for the tree in the middle of the flag from the Iroquois. And then Desiree is here with the American flag, and we're here to ask forgiveness for the way that Native Americans were treated. And I'm going to tell my childhood story. When I was about 5 years old, there was a Native American man with his wife and children came to our house. And what I remember about it, my dad was shorter than my mom, and he came into the house, and we had a short ceiling. It wasn't a tall, it wasn't an 8-foot ceiling, it was shorter than that. And my dad, the Native American came by to tell him that he was not going to be able to pastor the church. The church had got a hold of a Native American to pastor our Free Hill Community Church. And the community the night before had gathered together, and they ran to the woods to keep from getting killed. And all the windows were broke out of the house. The car they had was destroyed. The wheels were off of it. The car was taken apart in pieces, and they came by to say that they were going back to Oklahoma, that they just could not stay in our community. And so after they left, my dad and my mother and the 2 kids that were at home, my sister and I, got in the car, and we went over to see what it was. And when we got there, it was just exactly as he told us. The windows had been broken out of the house. The car was destroyed. The windows broke out of them. The wheels off. The motor had been messed up. And so that's what I remember, the way Native Americans were treated in my childhood. It was the only time anything like that happened. And it was really the only time we had contact with the reservation in any way. And we're here to remember how the Indians have been mistreated. Desiree and I and Shalar, we did one video 3 years ago at the Treaty of Painted Post. And the Treaty of Painted Post was not honored. As a matter of fact, all the treaties to the Native Americans were not honored. And this battlefield site right here, Newtown Battlefield, is a historic site. It was an important battle for the history of our country. But from here, I believe that the Army had a negative ideal of Indians from here on out, or Native American, or First Nations. So we're going to march across the overpass, and we're asking God to help there to be a reconciliation between white people and Native Americans. So Daddy God, right now we ask that there be a reconciliation and help Native American First Nation people to be honored in this country. Amen.